Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're exploring the psychology of cash versus card. We're going to unpack exactly why paying with a piece of plastic or your phone feels so much less painful than handing over actual cash. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to picture a totally everyday moment. You're standing in line at your local coffee shop, or maybe you're checking out at the grocery store. Now, when you pay with cash, think about what you actually do. You open your wallet, physically pull out the bills, hand them over to the cashier, and you literally watch your wallet get visibly emptier. But when you use a card or tap your phone, there's just a quick little blow, a friendly beep, and you walk away. So why does that second scenario feel so much easier? Why is it less painful than parting with physical bills? Well, the answer lies in how our brains actually process loss. It all comes down to a core concept in behavioral psychology known as the pain of paying. When you hand over physical cash, your brain registers a tangible, real-world loss. You can literally feel the paper leaving your fingertips. You see your financial resources depleting right in front of your eyes. It's a slow transaction. It feels kind of heavy. And the psychological distress you feel in that moment, that's real emotional discomfort. Your brain is actively acknowledging, hey, we are giving up something of value here to get what we want. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what's happening. When we use physical cash, it's tangible, it's emotionally noticeable, and it carries this heavy anchor. It actually takes time. But digital cards? The whole process is completely frictionless. It's psychologically distant, and it is incredibly fast. The slow, warm reality of counting out bills is just entirely replaced by the cool, rapid convenience of a tap. See, when we use cash, the transaction is totally grounded in reality. Cash feels real because it's a physical object. It's a lot like pushing a shopping cart through a store. With every cash purchase, it's as if that cart becomes just a little bit heavier, constantly reminding you of the emotional weight of what you're spending. When a physical $20 bill leaves your hand, you notice the loss. You actually have a moment to process it. That physical friction forces you to be highly aware that your wealth is decreasing. But cards? Oh, cards feel completely effortless. Let's speed things up a bit here, because that is exactly what a card does. It accelerates the whole process. A quick tap, a glowing contactless symbol, a little payment approved animation, and boom, you're done. The card creates this short, invisible distance between you as the buyer and your actual money. Your hard-earned wealth is just transformed into tiny glowing numbers that instantly disappear from a screen. There's no physical loss to process at all. The friction is entirely gone. And that brings us to another massive psychological shift. We are completely separating the purchase from the payment. With a card, you get an instant reward. It's exciting, it's immediate. You get the new shoes, the hot meal, the latest gadget right now, in the moment. You feel the thrill of getting the thing. But the cost? Well, the cost is delayed. You don't actually face the reality of what you've spent until that total monthly statement arrives weeks later to totally ruin your morning. The joy of buying is just completely disconnected from the pain of paying. Now, if swiping a card in a physical store separates us from our money, the digital landscape takes this to an entirely new extreme. So I want you to ask yourself, why does a one-click online purchase feel so incredibly easy? Really pause and think about this for a second. This extreme convenience of online shopping, it isn't just about good customer service. It's a carefully, intentionally designed environment. Digital convenience removes the very time you would normally use to reconsider a purchase. I mean, you don't even have to reach for your wallet anymore. Online retailers are masters at this. They use highly specific triggers to strip away all the remaining friction, making digital spending completely automatic. You know how it goes? You're browsing late at night when your willpower is super low, you see limited time offers, promises of free shipping, or that panic-inducing countdown saying only 2 left. And the absolute biggest trap of all, your card details are already saved. All it takes is literally one tap on a massive Buy Now button. By completely removing the physical act of payment, the online checkout process bypasses the pain of paying almost entirely. Let's move to and see how this builds in our day-to-day lives. Because let's be honest, it's not always the massive purchases that catch us off guard. It's the invisible escalation of tapping a card multiple times over just a few days. Small purchases add up incredibly rapidly when the friction is removed, and it can become an urgent problem before you even realize it's happening. Let's look at exactly how quickly this builds up when your money is digital. You start your day with a fast tap for your morning coffee and a pastry. Boom. $20 gone in a second, barely even a thought. A few hours later, an automatic digital subscription renews, or maybe you place a quick small order online, $15, completely invisible. On the way home, you effortlessly tap your card at the gas station pump. Another $30 down, no physical cash exchanged whatsoever. You run into the grocery store for just a few things. The contactless reader glows briefly at the checkout, $25, instantly approved. And finally, you finish the day with a quick tap for some takeout food, $40. Every single one of these taps was fast, frictionless, and completely effortless. But a hidden total has been quietly increasing in the background. Total spent? $130. When that statement finally arrives, it hits you with absolute sticker shock. Those tiny, effortless, frictionless card taps, they silently compounded while you weren't looking. And guys, this is the real danger of removing the pain of paying. The money left your account just as surely as if you had handed over a thick stack of bills, but you literally never felt the weight of it leaving. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that experiencing this sticker shock, it does not mean you are fundamentally irresponsible with money. Actually, scratch that, it proves something else entirely. It proves the digital system is working exactly as it was designed to. Digital money can feel invisible because it is meant to feel invisible. The entire modern financial architecture, from those sleek metal credit cards to one-click checkouts, is totally engineered to hide the reality of the transaction from you. It's designed to maximize convenience and completely minimize the psychological pain of parting with your wealth. So, the crucial point is, how do we actually fight back against the invisibility of digital money? Well, we have to consciously put the friction back into our financial lives. We have to shift from being passive victims of a frictionless system to active managers of our money. First things first, take a calm pause and frequently review your budget. Seriously, do not wait for the monthly statement. Second, regularly check your total bank account amounts right after making a few card purchases. And third, actively connect your card taps to that decreasing balance. You actually have to train your brain to see that the quick, glowing tap at the coffee shop is directly tied to the number in your checking account shrinking in real time. We absolutely must make the invisible money real again. Ultimately, understanding the pain of paying empowers us to take back control of our financial awareness. The convenience of modern technology is genuinely incredible, but it requires us to be more mindful than ever before. So the next time you find yourself quickly double-clicking your phone to pay or reaching for that little plastic card, I want you to take just 1 second to visualize handing over physical cash instead. Remember, a card may make spending feel effortless, but the money is still real. So ask yourself, are you the one controlling your wealth, or is a frictionless piece of plastic controlling you?